Hello, this is Josh Bycer from GameWisdom.com. Hope you enjoy this video. Hey there everybody, welcome to a first look, or I should say really a update or look at Orcs Must Die Unchained. For those of you who weren't keeping track, Orcs Must Die, it was the popular action tower defense game from Robot Entertainment from a few years ago, successful enough to get a sequel, and then they announced, I believe in 2014, they were working on Orcs Must Die Unchained, which was going to heavily change the design of the series, focusing on PvP and of course free-to-play elements and design. Fans like you, such as myself, weren't too happy about it, and a lot of us didn't really look at the game. And for the people who did bite, there really weren't a lot of good things to say. Now, with all that happening, Robot Entertainment has decided to take a second look at the game and essentially build it back up, almost like a redemption build for Orcs Must Die Unchained, and that's what we're looking at today. Please keep in mind that the game at this point is still considered quote-unquote beta in terms of this version, so there's a chance that what you see may not represent the current version of the game. I already did a stream of it on Twitch, but I figure a video like this would be good so we can walk through things and at least show off some of it. One thing to keep in mind, the game is one of those titles like League of Legends where you have the browser and then you have the in-game interface, so you'll see different things probably as we go through it. So, Orcs Must Die Unchained, as we've said, is an attempt at combining the free-to-play monetization models that we've seen with Orcs Must Die original game design. So while you still will battle orcs and all kinds of minions on maps, there is an extensive persistence element to the game using real money, in-game currency, and everyone's favorite, loot boxes. So where to begin? First we have our currency up here. Gold seems to be the premium currency, while skulls are your in-game. And of course here's the current pricing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be spending $99 anytime soon. And of course, besides buying the research, or I'm sorry, buying the currency, you can get special offers, buy loot boxes, more heroes, stuff like that. Each hero will have different abilities, different ways they'll be upgraded in game, and of course more skins that you can spend, as you can guess it, money on. And then you can buy consumables as well. Of course you have a metagame or a profile here. As you level up you unlock new stuff, including harder maps, which in turn have better quality chests, which get you more stuff as well. Now the workshop is the big deal for your persistence and even playing Orcs Must Die Unchained. Right now, as you can see, I start with 3 heroes, Blackpaw, Gabriella, and Maximilian. These 2 were from the original games, and I don't recognize him or these other characters, but they could have been added after Orcs Must Die 2 came out. Right now I like Gabriella. Not sure what's happening there. Uh-oh. I think the game just crashed. Well then, that's not good. Wait. Okay, I think we're back. I'm not sure. Remember, this is still a beta. So how it works is you have all the traps, and probably new ones from Orcs Must Die 1 and 2. These traps down here are all set at the basic difficulty of the game. Once I get to level 8 and unlock War Mage difficulty, I'll be able to find these traps here. Then when I get to Master, I got these traps, and then Rift Lord down there. The traps themselves all start at Tier 1, as you can see right here. Or, I'm sorry, these. And to upgrade them, I need to get the traps in loot boxes. Whenever I find a second copy of a trap in a loot box, I get experience from it. Once I get enough experience, I level the trap up, and I get like perks like this. And of course, different traps will have different abilities. So this one will get more damage. And then they also have special part slots, which I can find these kinds of parts through more loot drops, which you can see right here. And what that means is once the trap has leveled up enough, so if we come over here at tier 3, 5, and 7, I can put something into these traps and make them even more powerful. But as you can probably tell, it's going to take some major grinding and loot box opening to do that. Got gear that we can equip as well. Guardians. And then the Guardian has a special ability if you place them in these little slots there. But they can be placed anywhere. And then we have traits, which are special passives. If you match a trait to its respective slot there, you'll get an additional bonus. And then last but not least, consumables. So here's my loadout right here. So you can see I have 2 traits equipped, but only one is getting the slot matching bonus. So it has kind of like that deck building element to it. Now, getting to it, here are the different modes: Apprentice, War Mage, Master, and Rift Lord. Obviously, we're not going to be showing off these 2 anytime soon. And how it works is each map you can get from 1 to 5 stars. And as you can see, the rewards go like this. So we go in here, and you can see I've done a few of these already. They have level ranges to sort of give you an idea of what to expect. And the first 4 stars are based on how much health your rift has at the end. And the 5th one is based on the time. There's a par time that you must clear to get the 5th star. And at the start, it is very hard to do it without having upgraded traps and abilities. You also get a loot box for beating a map with each one of your heroes. So really, you're going to play these maps at least a total of 3 times. I assume if you unlock more heroes, maybe they'll pop up, or maybe you can only use certain heroes on certain maps. Unfortunately, I don't know yet, because we haven't gotten too far in. Oosh. That's going to be tricky. And of course, once we've gotten to level 8, I can change the difficulty. There is co-op play, but there is no PvP from what I've seen. So, what should we try? Alright, let's go with this. And here's where you can pick your heroes. Got some heroic dyes, which of course we can't use. Skins, which we will have to pay for, and stuff like that. Choose our loadouts, or just change things as we go along. Now the map doesn't really show you if there's ceilings or stuff like that, which is kind of annoying when you think about it. So this is going to be tricky. And the time starts from when the map loads. So I think we're good. So let's play a match. And again, we can see, usually we'll see the number of waves. And then there's boss characters and stuff like that. But let's go. So now it's going to shift to the actual in-game thing. So if I time this all right with OBS, it should switch over to that screen once it's ready. Again, not the most optimized, I think, way of doing this. I think I would rather just have one interface for the game. Also makes it a pain to keep the Twitch stream up. Graphically, the game does look like a step down, I think, from OMD 1 and 2, but it could just be me having not played the games in a while. And yes, this first load is going to take a few minutes. There we go. I mean, the gameplay is definitely like the first two games, which is good, but I can see the monetization becoming more and more annoying as we get later in. Especially as rewards are going to be locked to, later progression is going to really be dependent on what traps you upgrade. And if you don't get the traps that you like in the loot boxes, you're kind of SOL. I figure we'll play one game, and that will take us to the end for the video. The matches themselves, at least for these smaller or these starting maps, are about, again, like 8 or 9 minutes.
How can we lose?
Alright, so if you've played before, this should look all familiar to you. Definitely could use a little bit more optimizing. As you can see on the map, we know they're going to be coming from right here. Now I cannot barricade this part and try and section them off that way, but they're going to be coming through. So what I would like to do, my mouse decides to play.
I do love my toys.
Is set this up.
A perfect fit.
Now, of course, I have some upgraded traps to begin with.
Broken through the gate. I do love my
And just like in the original one, you do get bonuses for multiple kills, combos, all that good stuff. Goodness, they're certainly coming, aren't they? There we go. Hey, you can't keep going. Oh boy. Also, as a very big annoyance, you can't restart the map without going back to the browser, which I am really not a fan of. As you can see, we've leveled up.
Excellent upgrade.
And you can see these guys are certainly taking some damage. And again, because they are higher level. I'll activate my special ability, which I think I really need. Come on, God. It wouldn't surprise me if the enemy stats go up as we get into higher maps, too. Alright, so now they're going to be coming from over here. Because I have him, I'll place him there.
Our enemies, they're breaking through again.
That's the spot.
Okay.
A perfect fit.
I am running out of money, though.
I do love my toys. There.
Like another barricade. I love it. Oh. think I'm getting crits, maybe? Try and slow him down. Somebody's healing. Oh, it's you.
Let's not stop here.
You will pay for this!
That's the spot. A perfect fit.
Enemies will not break through
I do love my
these
toys.
barricades as long as I'm not standing on them.
There.
Let's set up another one, which I don't have the money for.
A perfect fit.
I love my spike trap, right? I think that would do more damage. Come on. And of course, as we get later in, they will be coming from both exits. Like so. I don't like the time limit because I think that kind of punishes you for trying to be careful.
That's the spot.
But yeah, this is the part that's really gonna suck.
I do love my toys. That's the spot. There.
Now, of course, if I had better traps, it would be a lot easier to deal with this. And the easier it is to deal with it, of course, the quicker I can do it, which helps the poor timing. And I can't seem to force them to go into one path. So I can see one option would be to set up.
One of our guardians has fallen.
Oh, and a guardian died, and there's no way to bring him back either.
Our guardian has fallen.
Oh good, they're both dead, so I'm extra screwed. But of course, if I was later in, I had more guardians, that would again be another story. I think I see what I need to do. The problem is, will I be able to get it done in time?
About me for a minute.
You also have these crossbow guys who are really good shots. So what I'm going to try and do, but I don't have the resources for it. Yeah, this is pissing me off, actually. There's no way to block.
They've summoned a boss minion.
Because that shouldn't be. They should be allowed to go this way. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be winning this one anytime soon. And it's that kind of like arbitrary decision that really shows like a failure on the map, in my opinion. This is going to need a miracle for me to do this. I think we're going to win, but in terms of actually doing a lot, that's a different story. Now I can tell you we are not going to be getting the hard time. There's our boss. The boss isn't too bad.
It's okay to dream.
if you get the first hits on
Enemies
it.
at the rift.
But no.
Our rift has been compromised.
Is anyone real?
And it's over. I can't help but feel that some of these maps are designed around co-op play. Considering how you can't effectively lead these guys around. Alright, so we got the chest. And I got another chest for the daily. Hit level 6. And you guessed it, it's time to open up a loot box. Let's see what we get. Well, that puts me a step in the way. Okay, that's alright. I don't really use the flip trap all that much, so it's pretty much useless to me. Ah, so that's how they do it. So certain maps are going to require different heroes, so if you don't have those heroes, you can't do the map. Ah, so they are going to basically force you to pay for heroes at some point. So as you can see, they're going to be coming from every which way. Let me see, what is our time? 22 minutes? Oh, and then there is endless mode. At least the maps are, the game is small enough that you're not going to be spending like a lot of time on this, but it is definitely annoying. Alright, well, let's try, yeah, let's go for this one. Alright, so we'll do one more map, see when we get a better score, and I'll use Maximilian this time. Alright, now, once again I gotta wait for it to load up the actual in-game. I mean, I like the game, but I can see the free-to-play elements like seeping in. And I think like most of the other fans, I think we all want more of an Orcs Must Die 3 rather than a free-to-play. Alright. He also gets a discount. So, can I actually lane? I don't think I can.
Whoopsie! Almost hurt myself on that. I'll never
Alright, so
notice
this time it's going to actually let me lane. I just want to make sure.
Twice, cut once. I'll just leave this right here. I'll never notice this.
Oh, see, it's still not letting me lane. Which is kind of like the whole point of these kinds of games. kind of want to leave them in there.
Measure twice, cut once.
Wait, why is that not fitting? Man. And this is what's annoying me, is that
Whoopsie. Almost hurt myself on that.
I can't set this up with the whole timer thing, which basically prevents you from getting on your first try.
I'll just leave this right here.
And this is definitely not going to be optimized.
I'll never notice this.
Enemy has opened a minion portal.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing a good job on this one. He gets a stun, and he gets like a super shot. And his shield also lets him reflect attacks. Goodness, they're not dying. I think they are raising these guys' stats up as things are going on here, because I remember fighting these guys earlier and doing way more damage.
Enemies at the rift.
And this is the issue with the free-to-play mechanics, is that it makes you really want it. It makes it easy to think like that's what they did.
Measure twice, cut once. I'll just leave this right here. I'll never notice this. Whoopsie. Almost hurt myself on that.
Oh, great. Hoping this will do the trick, but we'll see. Oh.
I'm gonna need a massage later. Talking deep tissue.
Huh. Oh, great. So the idea is
I'll just leave this right here.
this will force him to come this way, so that any traps I set up will basically work on 2 lanes. Or actually, you set up for 3 lanes.
I'll never notice this. Measure twice, cut once.
We'll see what happens.
Look out! Our defenses have been breached again!
There's also no headshot from the original Orcs Must Die. Oh. Oh no. Great. Can't believe that missed.
I just keep getting better. Crossbow in the line.
They're entering the rift.
Yeah. Again, I don't like how these maps are being designed for co-op play, because it really punishes you for the maps where you don't have it. Now, if this doesn't let me block it, I'm going to be very annoyed.
I'll never notice this.
Yeah, I'm going to be very annoyed, apparently. That is very BS, in my opinion, that they're not letting me do that.
Whoopsie. Almost hurt myself on that. I'll just leave this right here. I'll never notice this. Zippity, dude.
And unfortunately, the cynic in me feels like they're designed this way, again, to better suit the monetization and the loot box system. Like, I don't know if these maps are being scaled by the fact that there is only one person playing them or not.
Shock it to me, baby.
And now we have all three open. And something tells me on the higher difficulties, you pretty much need to have a party in order to really stand a chance.
Whoopsie. Almost hurt myself on that.
Our enemies are breaking through elsewhere.
Oh, of course they are.
I'll never notice this. Measure twice, cut once.
Broken through the gate.
Oh, we are screwed.
Our barricades are under attack.
Look at that. Let me guess, they're speedies.
More enemies in the rift.
Okay, why aren't my shots killing them in one hit?
Failing.
So I think all my traps on the left side were useless. Yeah, we're done. And so because of that, I basically wasted my time, really. Not only any stars, which means nothing. And now we come back here. And this is kind of the problem with these maps. You really can't defend three avenues. And that was the whole point of using barricades, is the fact that you're supposed to be able to corral them where you need them to go. But in this case, I mean, look at this. How am I supposed to effectively cover 4 different paths? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or actually, we're covering... Yeah, because you really can't have them all come at you, as you can see, by myself. And you can see more and more of these maps are more about this rather than challenging the player with coming up with effective pathing and such. And of course it begs to be mentioned that it will be easier if I have stronger traps that will do more damage. For instance, I don't know what, in terms of like what tier my trap should be to do these higher maps. And there is a limit, as you can see. Let me go back here. There is a limit to the number of free loot chests that you can get. So it's basically 2. So you can basically get 5 loot chests for a single map. 2 from the 5 stars, and then 1 for each of the heroes. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 40, I guess, loot chest doesn't really mean a lot, especially if you don't get lucky with what you're getting out of them. I mean, I got this at tier 2, but of course it would be nice to get another tier. And then if I don't have enough skulls for it, then I have to grind maps again. And then when we get to the point where we need to unlock certain heroes, it's going to cost some resources for that. And the other point though is once you've gone through your 40 of this, then of course you're going to move on to the next difficulty. But if you're not able to get your traps leveled up enough to get the stars that you need to even win the later maps, then you're kind of stuck, unless of course you want to spend more money here. And you can only spend premium currency for these chests. They're not letting me buy this using the skulls, which the skulls you earn in drips and drabs after each map. So 150 you can only buy in designations of that. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, about, you're getting basically 6 chests for $5. Maybe a little, I may be off in my math there. Yeah, and of course we have guilds. And I don't know. I mean, I like the basic gameplay, but you can definitely tell that there is a free-to-play element sort of latched onto it. And for these kinds of games, I just find that I get so annoyed by the free-to-play elements dragging it down that I don't feel the desire to spend any money on it. Now, keep in mind, of course, that this is still considered their beta, so they may change things and may keep adjusting the monetization side going forward. But this is kind of their redemption play after everyone didn't like Orcs Must Die Unchained. So we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what happens. If you really want to see more plays of Orcs Must Die here on the YouTube channel or on Twitch, let me know in the comments below, but we'll end things here. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying things, be sure to like and subscribe and all that. And once again, I'm Josh Bycer from GameWisdom.com, where we examine the art and science of games. This has been Orcs Must Die Unchained. I guess their beta for their kind of redemption arc here. And thanks again for watching, and I will see you all again next time. Take care. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course share with your friends. It always helps out. For daily posts on all manner of game design and industry topics, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the site and everything that I do, be sure to check out the Patreon campaign. If we can hit goals, it will mean more content for everyone to enjoy, and I'll be able to support myself and my household. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter at GWBycer for updates throughout the day, and random thoughts from me. And lastly, you can find me on Twitch right over there at GW Bycer for daily streams most nights around 10 Eastern. Thanks again for watching the video, and be sure to check out more great content coming to the Game Wisdom channel real soon.